Immunization or vaccination is something that is common in my country. I don't know about your country. All right, so when you give birth to a child, it is right that the baby gets vaccinated. And the reason why it is good for you to vaccinate your child is in order to protect that child from contacting some various illnesses and diseases. So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about the different vaccinations that we have and when to go for these vaccinations. All right, and then I'll also talk about what these vaccinations is all about, know what they do. So when you go for vaccination or immunization, depending on what you call it, when you go for it, you know the questions, the right questions to ask them. You know which one and which one is right for your baby. Then you also know which one that they are missing. All right, be sure that you get all these things right and make sure that you do this for your child, because your child can't do it for themselves. It is only you that can do it for them. That you are well and sound today, all thanks to your parents. This is something that you also own to that child. So this is why I'm here to tell you the important vaccinations that you need to give your child. All right. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ina, and on this channel we talk about the real mom life. Here we talk about generally about conception, pregnancy, childcare. All right, so for today we are focusing on the childcare part. So if you're a new mom, then this video is for you. All right, let's get to it. The first vaccination that you give to your child is the one they give at birth, and these vaccinations include BCG, hepatitis B, and polio vaccination. All right, so the BCG protects the child against tuberculosis. All right, so sometimes when you give birth to a child, they give you the BCG immediately, but if that day is not a vaccination day in the hospital that you gave birth at, they might ask you to go and come back later. But it is very important that you cover the baby. Don't allow strangers to touch or carry the baby, because it will be easier for them to infect the baby, because generally everyone is sick, right? When you get to hospital, then you confirm which one is your problem. So we protect those little ones until they are being vaccinated. Now the second one is given at 6 weeks. All right, so at 6 weeks you take your child back to the hospital, where they will give the baby another polio injection. This is polio 1. The first one is polio 0. Then they'll give your baby polio 1. They will also give your baby hepatitis B again. This is hepatitis B 1. All right, they'll also give your baby what they call PCV. All right, so they've also introduced OPV too. All right, the PCV is injection, while the OPV is oral taking. All right, then another one is rota injection. So most hospitals might require you to pay for this rota because it is not free. It protects the child from having a series of vomiting crises. All right, so it is very important that you give your child, if you have the money, please do it. So after 6 weeks, the next one is at 10 weeks. So at 10 weeks you take your child back to the hospital. There they are going to give your child another PCV or OPV. All right, this one is the second dose. All right, they're also going to give your child rota. So this rota is not free, like I said. All right, so you pay for it. Then they also give you OPV. All right, so this OPV is OPV 2. All right, so that is it with 10 weeks. Then one thing I would like to mention here is that there is something that people do, because on my videos I don't just go straight listing out things that you need to do. I also give you some tips in between. So if you're watching the video, you know that I'm giving tips in between. All right, so the tip I'm trying to give for this video now is that there are something that people do, because one thing about this in this vaccination is that it makes the baby have high fever. All right, so some babies may get high fever when they are being vaccinated. So because of this, some mothers, because they care so much about their child, but they don't know that they are actually harming that child, or they are not even helping the child. So some mothers go as far as giving a child paracetamol before going for the vaccination, which is wrong. Please, if you're a mom watching me right now and you do these things, please, I want you to stop today. All right, then if you're intending to do this, don't do it. It is wrong. The reason why I'm saying this is because this vaccination is not going to work. All right, the paracetamol is going to fight the fight against that vaccination. It's going to make it not work. Then some people go ahead to vaccinate their child. After vaccinating that child, they will come home and give the child paracetamol immediately. No, it is wrong. I know that yes, your child might develop fever later on, maybe at night, or you get, but the best thing to do is when you get home, try to bathe the child. All right, bathe the child, cuddle the child. This is the time that you bond with the child. Let the baby feel loved. All right, so when you do all this, you keep monitoring that child, if the fever starts coming and it is becoming high, then you can give the paracetamol. The reason why I said you should give time before giving this paracetamol is because you need to let that vaccine work. You understand? So before you give the paracetamol, yes, the vaccine has already started working. So this is why it is very important that you don't give paracetamol before going for a vaccination. Some people might just tell you, don't give paracetamol at all, even when the body is so hot. Don't give paracetamol. Please, I didn't say you should not give paracetamol. You should give paracetamol, but not immediately. All right, don't give paracetamol immediately. Give the vaccine the chance to work first before you give paracetamol. I hope I'm making myself clear right now. So this is it. Let's go over to the next one. So the next one is at 14 weeks. All right, so at 14 weeks, you take your child back to the hospital. There they will still give that child hepatitis B, and this is the third dose. They'll still vaccinate the child against polio, and this is the third dose. So the PCV, the third dose too. All right, this is for 14 weeks. Then after the 14 weeks, mommies in the house, you need to relax. Okay, I mean, it is not easy going every 4 weeks to vaccinate your child. All right, so after the 14 weeks, you relax and wait until 9 months, right? So at 9 months, you go back to the hospital and vaccinate your child against measles. Okay, they're going to vaccinate the child against measles and yellow fever. All right, then after the 9 months, the next one is going to be 1 year. All right, so before I talk about the vaccination that your baby needs at 1 year, I want to mention one other thing, another tip that I usually share in the middle of my video. All right, so the next tip is this. Mommies in the house, if your baby is not feeling fine and it is time for you to vaccinate your child, please let that baby heal first. It's not right to vaccinate a child when that baby is not feeling fine. Please, I'm begging you, allow that baby to heal. In fact, give that baby extra 1 week to heal. Then you now go and vaccinate that child, because vaccination on its own comes with its own squabbles. So you don't want to be confused. You understand? You'll be confused. You wouldn't know which one is the problem. You wouldn't know if it is the vaccination or the sickness, so probably malaria or typhoid. So mommies in the house, I want you to take note of this. If your baby is not feeling fine, allow the baby to heal. then you go for vaccination. Then another thing is that if you want to travel, mommies, if you want to travel and the time for your vaccination has not reached, please don't go and vaccinate that child earlier before time. It is better to go for vaccination after the date than you go before the date. So if your child is not up to 1 year, don't give that child 1 year vaccination. That's the point I'm trying to make here. All right, so this is very important, so you don't keep making mistakes and tomorrow you'll be wondering, why is my child acting this way? I did the right thing. Mom, you didn't do the right thing. All right, but I wouldn't blame you, because yes, nobody told you, but I'm telling you now. So if you don't do it now, then I'm going to blame you. Yeah, so let's continue. The next vaccination that your baby is going to take is the 1 year vaccination. So your baby has from 1 year to 1 year and 3 months to take this vaccination. So if your baby is not feeling fine during this period, allow your baby to heal, and when your baby heals, you can go ahead and vaccinate your child. All right, good. So the 1 year vaccination is the MMR, chickenpox, and meningitis. All right, this is 1 year injection, but the bad thing about this particular 1 year is that it is actually expensive, right? So before your baby gets to 1 year, you need to save up to like 50,000 naira in my currency, so that you not go and be disappointed. All right, because vaccination is usually free, or it won't even be more than 10,000 or 15,000, but this 1 year old is quite expensive. But some hospitals might just give you vitamin A, or they will deworm your child at that 1 year. All right, some people give meningitis vaccination for free, so it depends on the hospital that you're using or the health center that you're using. But chickenpox is not free, MMR is not free. All right, so after that, the next one is the one you do at 1 year and 3 months. Then after that one, we have the one you also do at 18 months. All right, just so this video will not be long, I'm going to have to, pause here so the video will not be too long. But before I stop, I'd like to show you what this immunization card looks like in my country. All right, this is what it looks like. Yeah, this is what the inside looks like. So they will sign each date that you came for immunization here. All right, this is growth rate, how your baby is supposed to grow. All right, so this is it. Then this is your baby's weight. They keep writing your baby's weight here. So when you go for immunization, they are going to weigh your baby and they're going to write it here. Yes, my baby is developing well, or my baby is not developing well. Then the last tip before we go, please protect this card. Yes, you need to protect this card for that baby. It is very important, because tomorrow that baby might want to do something, maybe outside the country or anything at all. They are going to request for this card. They need to know that the baby was immunized, was vaccinated. And if the baby does not have this card, it's not going anywhere. By that time, he's an adult, she's an adult, and they are going to come back to you and ask you for this card. Okay, so some people, I used to see for some people, they will allow their baby to be playing with this card. Before you know it, they will tear it and they will shout, "You have torn your card, though." Tomorrow that baby will blame you. You will not come and tell the baby that it's you that tore your card. So protect this card for that child. All right, I still have my own card because my mom protected the card for me. So you also have the responsibility to protect this card until that child is of age. Then you now hand over their property to them and you'll be free. All right, so it's not easy to be a mom, but don't worry, I'm here to guide you, all right, so you don't make mistakes. Okay, that is it. And take care of yourself. Remember one thing I always say: confident mom make happy babies. So you need to be confident, you need to be strong, you need to tell yourself every day that I am a good mom and I am doing the best that I can. All right, and that best that you are doing, it is enough. All right, nobody can tell you otherwise. You are a great mom. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.